All right, guys, welcome to Coyote Cast. We got another guest for you today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Sophie Norden.
Sophie Norden. How you feeling right now, Sophie?
Good. A little nervous. Don't know where to look. Do I look at the camera or you?
You can look wherever you want.
Okay, I'll look at the camera.
All right. Wow, I wanted you to look at me. So, what are you up to this summer, Sophie?
Well, this summer I am going on my 4th year of working at the ice cream place Archie's. So that's getting a little old, but that's okay. I do enjoy ice cream. You get free ice cream. Actually, I just moved to the neighborhood, so I'm no longer a country girl, so that's kind of sad. That's a lot of work, so my advice is pick a home and stay in it, because it is a lot of work. But, it's an adventure, so it's fun. Yeah, just in Findlay. I won't be here that long. I leave July 22nd. I'm going to Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. What are you doing there?
I'm going on a mission trip with my soccer team to go play professional teams.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it'll be cool. It'll be hot, really hot.
You guys gonna win any games?
Probably not.
They're good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They told us that we're playing older women, so we're probably gonna be much younger than them, and soccer's their life. So that's kind of the purpose we're going, is to play them, most likely get absolutely destroyed, and then have a barbecue with them after and share the gospel and kind of just be like, hey, soccer doesn't need to be your life. Jesus is your life. So cool.
All right. And then you go to soccer camp after that?
Yeah.
Back to school.
Yeah. I come home for a week and then go for preseason, which is the worst week of your life.
But do you like to be on a schedule, though? Or not?
Yeah.
Or would you rather be free and have your summer?
Okay, during the school year, I like having a routine, and I like having, things to do, aka soccer. We're always, either having practice or team bonding. But, during the summer, I'd like to have a complete break.
Mm-hmm.
Just 3 months of just no soccer, just relaxation, but, you can't have it all.
You like being a college athlete? How's that experience been?
Yeah, my advice now, doing my first year of soccer is, you really need to love the sport, because I think in high school, if you're, especially at Liberty Benton, it's all about sports, so if you're, a high school athlete, the parents and all your friends go to the game, and you're such a big deal, even if you suck, really. But in college, especially I play a D2, not many people care that much. So you're really doing it out of the love for the sport, and it is a huge time commitment. It's a job. So your love really has to be there, or you're not going to enjoy yourself. So I think I loved soccer enough to do it, but it's really tough. So I'm gonna stick it out one more year, see how it goes, and then just go from there.
By that time, you're already at your reward phase.
Yeah.
You go through all the crap, then you get your junior and senior year to
enjoy
it.
Yeah,
so
it's just, I don't know. It's just really
it's a lot of
time consuming.
Is it difficult to balance schoolwork?
Yeah. We travel a lot, so.
You get to see anything neat, or are you just basically there for the game and then you're gone?
Yeah, we don't really go to neat places. I guess we went to Nashville, Tennessee. That was cool. A lot of drunk people. That was fun.
A lot of what? Drunk
people? Yeah, that was
just
really
out on
fun.
the streets?
Yeah. Have you ever been there?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's cool. Oh, it's wild. It's wild. It's cool.
Is your soccer team getting wild down at Nashville?
Heck yeah. Oh, yeah. We were going crazy, passing out Bibles. I'm kidding. We just went out to eat. It was fun. Just walked around, took pictures.
Hear any country music? Isn't that supposed to be the heart of country music?
Yeah. I don't remember really. It was a while ago. But I would hope they were playing country music.
Just drunk people?
Yeah.
That's all that's the big takeaway from Nashville?
I mean, there's so many bars. So many bars. But, it's fun, though. Got some good ice cream.
You're an ice cream person,
I am. Well, okay, yeah, I am, but I'm trying to give it up a little.
Why?
Because, I feel like I don't know. I also love to run, so like dairy and running don't go too well together. So I'm trying to pick running over dairy, but it's hard. Dietzes though, I'll never give up on Dietzes.
So do you like soft serve or hard?
Hard. Yeah.
Hard.
I don't really like soft serve anymore.
And you work at a
It's too
soft
fake.
serve shop.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I just ate too much of that, and so I lost my love for it.
Mm-hmm. So running, what's your running look like right now?
So, like
Distance or sprints or
both,
what's it? Both?
Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do 3 miles, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I do like sprints, suicides, tempo runs, like whatever's on my soccer schedule. So change it up.
So it's for soccer.
Yeah.
Do you have times you have to hit, or how do you make yourself go hard on a
Rip.
sprint?
Yeah, we have
without
times.
other people with you.
Well, like some of them we don't have times, but like you just know, like if you're not going all out, like you're sitting the bench. So like that's my motivation. Like
it's that cutthroat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because you get to college and like you're no longer the best. Like everybody's the same level. So it's who works the hardest.
Yeah.
Really, that's what it is. Everybody brings the same talent basically. It's just who works the hardest. So during the summer, that's my motivation. And last preseason, holy cow. I've never felt so much pain. We have this fitness test called the Hive Jive, and it's like 10 suicides.
Hive Jive?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know. It's annoying that they call it that. But
what's your mascot?
A bee.
It's bees?
The stinger,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
The bee. I don't even know what they call it. But
So
the yellow
that's where
jacket.
Hive
The
Jive
yellow
comes
jacket.
from?
That's what it is, yeah. Yeah. And I've never felt pain like that in my life. Never. So, like, now that's always, like, because we have to do it again this year. So I always just think, like, oh my gosh, like, I need to go in where I won't feel as much pain as I did last year. Because literally after every suicide, I would lean on the athletic trainer, and we got so close. I'm like, I can't walk. She's like, okay, you got to go again. I'm like, I can't.
Wow.
Yeah. It's intense stuff.
What did it look like? What was it? Just a lot of running?
It's sprint 10, back 10, sprint 20, back 20, sprint 30, back 40, and you got to do it in under 43 seconds each time. So more of the story, I did not pass it. I almost did, but I did not pass it. And you get benched if you don't pass it. So, but like you have to pass the mile or that, and I passed the mile. So
Mile time.
6:15. So I don't know if I'll be able to run that this year.
Oh, you should be able to hit that.
Hopefully.
So you got any other hobbies, or does soccer take up all your time?
Oh yeah. I mean,
What do you do on the side?
Let me think. I do a lot. I like to cook. I like to bake. Don't do that as much as I used to though. I love to read.
What are you reading?
Right now?
Yeah.
It's called The Road Less Traveled. It's really, really good. It's written by Dr. David Peck, and he's a psychologist, and it's like all about like love and spiritual growth, and it is like such a like convicting and challenging book. Like I just really been pushed from it. Like I like those kind of books that.
Any key points you've taken away from it?
Yeah. I mean, darn it, I have a bunch of quotes.
What is
that I
love,
wrote
Sophie?
down.
Explain to our
Oh, here we
audience what
go.
love is.
Well,
From your point of view.
love is everything. Like truly, like we were made by love for love. Like God is love, and He made us. So like love like encompasses everything. Like the essence of humans is love, and there's just what is so like radical about it is like everybody has like such a different understanding and definition of love like through their experiences. So that's why I think it's so cool to ask people like how do you define love? Like just a couple of weeks ago I asked my like 84-year-old grandpa what his definition of love was, and like that was just it was so cool to see how different his was.
What was it?
He went on for like 30 minutes, so I don't really know how to summarize it, but like right now he's saying in this phase of life, like he got married, his wife died, so my grandma died, and then he got remarried. He's just saying like, Sophie, I've gone through many phases of love through my life. I think you'd never really stick with one phase throughout your life, just because situations and the people you come in contact with all vary. But he says right now, like, my definition of love is taking care of this woman that I just married. So more of a caring love per se. But like right now, like kind of what I'm fixated on for like my definition of love is like work and courage. Like those are the two words that come into my mind when I think about love, because work, it takes a lot to love someone. I feel like many people think love is just an emotion. It's not really an emotion at all. It is completely based out of self-discipline and taking actions on your desire to like love that person. Like it's an act of will. So I think it is a lot of. Would you say it's a lot of work to love someone?
Yes and no.
Okay, why no?
Sometimes it just comes sometimes love is just the natural outpouring.
I think
it's not. I mean, it can be something you have to work with, but I think that work usually comes out of a genuine feeling.
Yeah, and okay, I think you're talking about emotions. Like I don't completely take emotions away from love, but like it's like you're kind of saying the natural emotional love, like just you feel naturally drawn to someone.
Okay, well, so love, all right, the English language doesn't do very well in love. If you go to Greek, there's like 4 different words that encompass love. You have your phileo, brotherly love, eros, romantic love. You have agape, which is like fatherly love, like just open and abundant. So there's a lot of different ways you can approach love, but it's not necessarily an emotional. Well, it is emotional.
See, it's tricky.
But it's not exactly an emotion as we would think it to be. Which is difficult to tease out, like why I'm trying to say that.
I feel like
it's a feeling though. It's not. People get wrapped up in like a mental abstraction of it.
Yeah.
But I think it is more so a feeling
than a choice.
Than anything.
Really?
Yes.
You think, okay, so if you had the choice, you would say love is more a choice or love is more of a feeling?
I'm saying it's a feeling. I'm not saying it's a feeling in this. Okay, so you're looking at a feeling as something that comes and goes, correct?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like an emotion, like happy, sad,
I'm not saying that it's something that just ebbs and flows and like it's here one day and gone the next. It should be constant, but it is still a feeling. Yes.
A consistent, deeper feeling. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I can agree with that.
Yeah?
We're on the same page.
It's just, it gets expressed in so many different ways.
Oh, it does, yeah.
It's difficult to even speak on it. Like it looks so much different in a romantic relationship, how we have wrapped romantic relationships up to be through our movies and stories and such.
Yeah, gosh.
Yeah, that love, I mean, it is certainly there, but it's not necessarily realistic long term.
Yeah. Because they, like, in the movies, like, they take out all the, like, the struggles of life, It's just like, poof.
Yeah, I mean, not even that, but a lot of people expect, like, something in return from love, and that's not love.
Yeah, exactly.
Love is just, it's free of expectation, and it doesn't seek anything in return. Which is what's difficult.
Love is selfless,
Right, in relationships you see a lot of jealousy and like just being unfulfilled. because you're expecting something
Yeah,
from
like
them. It's like a contractual agreement.
Yeah, you'll never find satisfaction. Satisfaction. I was gonna say something weird. Satisfaction from another human. Like you'll never truly be completely satisfied from another human. And I think
as cheesy as it sounds, and everybody says, but like, you do have to. Love has to come from yourself. It's not.
Yeah.
It can't be met conditionally by something exterior. It's something that has to come out of you. And that's how you express it to someone else in a proper way.
Yeah.
Now, doing that is way more difficult than saying that. Because you always expect something from people, it seems like.
Yeah, it's tough. Love is really tough, but it's definitely worth it. And that's where, like, the courage comes in. Like, so many people, like, I feel like, I'm not, like, getting in a relationship. Like, it's not worth it. Like, love is going to bring pain. Like, that's just it. Like, if you don't agree.
I don't necessarily agree that it has to bring pain.
No, I didn't. It's going to, though.
How so?
You think, oh, man. What? You seriously don't agree?
Go ahead and explain.
No, I'm saying, like, you truly loving someone with, like, everything you have, you don't think that's going to be hard for you sometimes. And just what life, like, throws at you, like, life is difficult in general.
Yeah, it can be. But you don't have to... Pain is from, like, holding on to it. Holding on too much. It's that expectations, I think, that bring pain to you.
So you think you could be in, like, a relationship and it just never...
No. I mean, that would be ideal. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. Possible. But pain is somewhat a good thing.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You grow so much
through
pain and through struggle.
I completely agree. Like, that's why I think so many people are scared to really love someone genuinely because they don't want to feel that pain or risk that hurt, you know? Where that's like a amazing growth period. Like, I believe, like, breakups are, like, this sound like awesome because, like, you can grow so much in that period. A broken heart, man, you can learn a lot from that. I'm serious.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You definitely grow through that period. You kind of...
Or, okay,
it's just you shed off dead parts, kind of.
Yeah. You see what worked, you see what didn't work, and you can evolve. But, like, that's not everyone, though. Like, I think you have a choice to either let it, like, get the best of you or, like, say, like, hey...
Okay, so right now we're talking about relationships, correct?
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm just clarifying that. So we're talking about relationships. I would say your first relationship or first several, it's definitely like a very emotional connection. It's not necessarily the best way to love or a good way to love, but it's like, and so you do grow after those first couple, and it's something a little bit different each time.
It is. Yeah. Even if it's a pretty... I just think in any relationship you can learn from. Friendships, all of them. Especially romantic relationships. No matter how unhealthy they are, you can learn from them.
Why not have healthy ones?
No, I know, you can... I know. Wait, did you take the love language test ever?
I have taken one before, yeah.
What's your top one?
Can you go through them again?
Okay,
I always struggle with them. It's like...
Mine's
like
receiving
touch,
gifts.
It's touch, gifts, time.
Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation, and what's the fifth one?
Is there a fifth?
I don't know. Mine's probably words of affirmation and touch.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
For all the lovers out there, remember that.
Yeah. Take
your course. All right, we're going to go on a break. We'll be back.
Talk about that on camera?
No. We're back. So we just had a little discussion about love. What was our takeaway?
A little discussion? That was pretty long.
It was pretty long. It was very rambly.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We weren't very concise, but so let's give them a
there's no way they're going to be able to follow that.
Love does not what?
Love is as love does.
What is
That's
that
a good
mean?
quote. How do
Did
you
you just
not
come up with
under-
that on the spot?
Love is as love does.
Yeah,
It's a choice.
it's a choice.
Yeah, you. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. That sounds bad.
I'm sorry, I don't agree with you on this choice.
Oh my goodness.
You can't just choose. You can't just make it up. It's just.
I'm not saying make it
it's
up.
A force
I'm saying
in itself.
it's an action. Like you, like
It doesn't-
it's
it's
when
not.
everybody just acts on their emotions all the time. That gets society nowhere when you're just acting on your emotions. You have to choose love over your emotions sometimes, and sometimes it's gonna be harder for you, but it's worth it to do it for the other person.
That's sacrifice.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about sacrifice.
Okay. Oh my! It's all encompassed, Clay. Holy
You're right.
moly.
Everything is connected.
It is. With love, everything's connected.
With everything, everything's connected. Everything is connected to something. Nothing is independent. Try and think of something that's independent.
Those random objects over there?
No, absolutely not.
How?
They're all connected to each other. That boat over there wouldn't be there unless somebody put
Okay,
it
yep,
there.
he's right. Yeah,
We're
I
looking
know, I
at it
was
as
thinking,
changing our experience.
I know, yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to get down to the
The
atomic
nitty-gritty.
level and all that.
Yeah.
You can go there.
No, I know.
But everything's connected. I already got this shirt on.
Yeah. Where'd you get
My
that?
friends. I got this at the Hancock County Fair from a little
Indian stand?
a little Indian stand, yeah. Nice
Oh,
nice
gosh.
Native American man was sitting down there selling his wares.
I would not be
And I said, I like that shirt. Got some Chiefs on it.
How much was it?
Like $20. Pretty good deal.
Do you have Native American roots?
I don't know.
I bet you do.
Why do you think that?
I don't know, you're dark skinned and you can build fires and dance around them.
So that means I have Native American roots? Well, we all have some form of tribal roots. Don't you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Some are just further
Yeah, Andy.
disconnected from it.
Oh.
You spilling stuff on yourself?
Andy's...
What was that slurping?
Because you filled it up so high.
What?
Yeah, he did. No, like, I'm not going to just chug it. Andy's cousin's probably Native American.
What?
Andy's cousin's probably Native American.
Okay, we're off that subject. Okay.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I thought we were talking about Native Americans.
Who's
and how,
Andy's
like-
cousin?
It was a joke. Just forget about it. Okay, sorry. The conversation's over, and I continue to elaborate on it. I'm sorry.
I just don't even understand.
No, okay. I'm just not gonna explain it.
All right. Well, we'll move on from that.
We were talking about Native Americans and how you were saying like we're all somehow related to them, just like probably pretty far away related.
No, I just meant I meant we all have like tribal ancestors.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't all have to live in America though.
What does that have to do? Like, what are you talking about, America?
That's where Native Americans are from.
No. No.
I'm saying like there's other tribal groups in like Africa and
No,
Europe
I know.
and Asia.
But like, never mind. I just took it the wrong way. Okay.
Sorry.
We move on. I
hope your
We cut
cousins-
this part out. We're cutting
No, we
this part
don't.
out.
This
Wait, do you
part's
guys not
staying.
cut things?
Oh, we cut things we want. But
You're cutting this.
This is gonna
no,
stay.
you're cutting this. You are cutting this. Okay.
You're getting a little loud for the mic. You're gonna blow people's eardrums out. You can make Andy have to work editing. Wow. So let's try and bring this back. Tribal. What do you think? Do you think civilization has improved since its tribal roots? Or not improved? Or do you think there should be a little bit of mix in there? Or go ahead and give us your thoughts.
Wait, repeat the question?
Okay, do you think civilization has improved the human condition in the last several years versus...
Yeah.
Or do you think there's an aspect of tribalism that is also beneficial?
Well, they're probably both beneficial in their own ways. Oh, that's a tough question to ask me because like I haven't been around that long, you know. Like I don't know what it was like back then.
I guess that's fair enough.
I mean, really,
none of
like
us
I couldn't
really
give a
have.
fair opinion, honestly.
This is true. I don't know. I feel like we just have at times a great disconnect in the modern world. Would you agree with me?
What do you?
A disconnect between each other and disconnect between ourselves and like nature.
I believe ourselves and nature, but what do you mean each other? Because I'd say we have a lot of like ways to connect now.
We have more tools to connect, but I think it's
They're
a
not as
shallower
meaningful.
connection.
Okay, yeah.
You agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
I think that this technological advances are very good. They've advanced us. But in order to do so, we had to kind of cleave ourselves from like all older traditions and stuff. Now I see kind of a coming back to that.
Oh, really?
And a mixing of it that will happen soon.
Okay, this is kind of off this, but what do you think of social media?
What do I think of social media?
You're not super into it, are you? Do you have a Twitter?
I have a Twitter. I've been inactive for about 5 or more
Congratulations.
months. I deleted it off my phone.
Sober from Twitter.
It was just I didn't really like the way Twitter got. I used to really like it.
When I was on Twitter?
No.
Yeah.
I used to always just put out like random weird
Me too. Me
stuff.
too. Did you follow me? I remember your quotes. You put that one about the girl being like a fire. It was a good quote. I enjoyed it.
That's a song. That's from a song.
Good.
That's from
She was
the Cars.
What was the quote?
It's
She was
She's a frozen fire.
Yeah, that was good.
She's a frozen fire.
Yeah, it's some 70s
like what
music.
is a frozen fire? Like what's that saying about her?
She's a frozen fire?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a contradiction there. It's kind of a paradox. How can you have a frozen fire?
I know, but I'm saying like what's that saying about the girl?
What does it make you feel? That's what it's saying. Don't look too deeply. Okay, so like you can't look too deeply into some stuff.
Why not?
Because
then
you're
what's the
missing
fun?
it. If you look too deep, you miss
I
what
think you're
it
missing
is.
it if you're not looking deep. I'm fine if everybody has their different interpretation of things. Like I think it's cool that everybody could have their different interpretation of what that means. I'm just wondering what yours is.
Well, sometimes with like artistic expressions and stuff, it hits you at a subconscious level that your conscious mind doesn't have to understand. Like if you ever look at like a Picasso painting or a Rothko or any of that sort of stuff, or a Dali. You ever
Picasso.
Yeah, so you look at one of those and you're like, this looks... I mean, some Picassos honestly kind of look like a 4th grader could have drawn them or painted them. You don't know what's going on. It's very hard to discern meaning from it. Actually, he got so good that he was a very good classical painter. He was trained all the classical arts. And he decided to come back and make a more primitive art form. Something that was much more difficult to understand. It didn't have the classical symbolism. And it's kind of something that's just supposed to smack you. Like, it's supposed to be a little bit ugly. And that's kind of the beauty in it. And it's something that you can intuit. You get it on a deeper level, but consciously, there's really no point to sit and critique it like you would a typical piece of art. There is meaning in it. There are symbols in it, but a lot of times it's subtle and nuanced. And it's nothing that you really have to like put exact words to it. That kind of detracts from the power of it. If that makes any sense.
Are you an art goer?
Huh?
Are you an art goer?
Not really.
Just read a book about art.
Just.
Huh.
Have you seen a
That was
Rothko?
enlightening. What?
Have you seen a Rothko?
Well,
Those
I may
are
have.
really
I wouldn't
interesting.
really know
Those
for
are
sure.
like those paintings go for millions of dollars, and they're like, it's a giant canvas, and it's just a lot of them are just colors, like just like lines of color across them.
So anyone could do it.
Kind of, but it's the fact that he was the first one
Yeah.
to do, and he actually had like really deep meaning behind some of them.
Like what?
And the other thing is just like the size of them is just insane. Like
Could it like?
and his colors
Is
are
it
good
like
too.
this size?
No, like way bigger than this.
Oh, like
Like it would take up
a
like a
whole-
whole wall of a museum.
Oh.
Like
So how do people buy those
giant.
and put them in their house?
I mean, they're not necessarily house. He sold them for like restaurants and
That's cool. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are in museums and stuff. A lot of them, like one of them, it was like a black one, and it has like it's kind of a red square on it, and it's supposed to be kind of about the war, like World War II and such.
Oh. Yeah.
Or have you ever seen Guernica by Picasso? That's the big one against. I forget my time periods right. I believe it was the Spanish Civil War.
Where have you seen all these?
Just looking at them.
Like where? What museum?
Oh, I haven't seen them in person.
Oh, okay. I'm like picturing you go to all.
I
these
wish I had
museums.
seen them in person. No, a lot of them are over in Europe or in New York
Okay,
City.
yeah. Have you been in New York City?
Yeah, we went on the.
Oh,
Did you go on the
went
8th grade trip?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Except we shopped way too much. We didn't get to see all kinds of stuff.
Chinatown, yeah.
Oh, Chinatown was
That was
fun. You
fun.
get to go in there and barter with some guys.
Yeah.
Try and work them down on fake cologne.
I can't say names, can I?
Go ahead.
Oh, Madeline. Like, she bought like a purse and like she like got the best deal for it. She's going around bragging like, oh my gosh.
Oh, and they were
look at
like
my
Gucci's
purse.
and like
Yeah,
Chanel.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my gosh, look at my purse. Like I got this cheaper than you. Like she walks into the hotel, falls right on the floor, starts crying. It was
That's how they
so
all were.
funny.
Or like
Yeah.
the labels would just like flop off of them and stuff.
I can't remember if I got anything. No, I'm too smart. I'm too smart. I didn't waste my money on that junk.
It was just fun to haggle with the people
Yeah.
over prices.
I couldn't really understand what they were
That was
saying.
more
though.
fun than whatever you got.
Yeah.
You couldn't understand what they were saying?
I mean, they're all Chinese.
They're speaking English.
Barely. They have the accents, though.
The best was like the open markets. Like they just have like nasty like fish and
Yeah.
like odd
Oh,
like
man, New York
sea
City's
creatures
fun.
and stuff.
I kind of want to go.
New York City's an interesting place. Like if you just closed your eyes and walked around with your nose, it's like you go like a couple steps and it's like the most awful smelling like pollution or like just septic you can smell. 2 steps later, it's a really nice pizza shop or a fresh donut or something like that on the side of the street.
Yeah, I want to go on like a food exploration there. They have some seriously cool food there.
Yeah? Like what? What would you want to try there?
Oh, they just have so many really unique restaurants. Like, they like have giant foods. Oh, they have this dough place where you get cookie dough. It's like all cookie dough. Oh, it'd be so good. Sorry.
That'll set Andy off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, New York City.
So cookie dough, you can just make that at your
No,
house.
no, this is like special cookie dough.
What's special
No.
about it?
It's in New York City. No, it's called a.
Keep talking. Come on.
I'm
Sorry.
about getting insecure right now
Why?
because you both are laughing.
I'm always laughing, so that should not ever make you
You
insecure.
should bring Megan Bartel on here.
We've tried.
Will she not?
She just had plans the day we did.
That will be funny. That would
Yeah.
be good. That would be good. Yeah, I will.
Tell her.
Megan,
Say it to the camera.
has she watched this?
Just go ahead.
Megan Bartel, you need to come on here. I need some enlightenment. And you and Clay would laugh like so much. That'd be fun. What was your old running joke? Was it about like a weasel or something?
That was her thing. Yeah, she's
Oh,
in
yeah.
she's in the weasel.
She's in a weasel. Tyler.
There were all kinds of. Whoa.
I'm kidding. He won't watch it.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff we'd just be like in tears laughing about, and I don't really even remember.
What do you miss about high school?
What do I miss about high school?
1 year removed.
Just like all the people. I knew almost everybody in the high school and was good friends with most of them. Just walking down the halls, talking to people.
So you like knowing everyone?
Yeah. I'm working on that at Toledo. It's just a bigger pond.
Just
a
a
bigger
bit.
pond. And,
Yeah, I guess I never really thought it is nice kind of knowing everyone and be like, hey, yeah. I do miss that.
do you keep to yourself at Cedarville, or do you have a lot of? Are you probably with your soccer team a
Yeah,
lot?
I'm with them a lot. Yeah, I would say senior year, I was pretty social in high school. I knew quite a lot of people. Freshman year at Cedarville, it's just so different, you know? There's so many more people. It's kind of like overwhelming. Like, oh man, I can't know all these people. But I'm hoping as I climb up the ladder that I'll,
No more people.
yeah, get more social. Like in high school, like I was freshman. You know, just being a freshman is kind of just hard, and like being super social, and people actually wanting to talk to you.
Yeah, I agree with that. Every year you just a little bit smoother.
Really, that's why I'm excited for sophomore year.
Think it'll be better?
I couldn't tell you, but
Yeah.
that's the hope. You never know.
Yeah, I don't think about it much.
Yeah, you.
I
Really,
just kind of
Yeah.
roll.
you
roll
never
along.
know what's gonna go on
Mm-hmm.
in life. Life is very unpredictable.
I feel like you just sit and think about life a lot.
I do.
You?
That's pretty much that is my life
You
thinking about life.
philosopher.
Yes. Honestly, yeah, I love thinking about people. Like just like analyzing people's characteristics and like human nature. I love thinking about that.
Do you read any of the philosophers or anything?
Mm-mm. No.
You don't read any psychology, philosophy?
Psychology, I guess. I just told you I was reading a book written by a psychologist. I would like to be a psychologist. I really would. But I mean it still could happen, but I didn't major in that just because my parents didn't want me to. So we'll see. And
So
it
you
is
just
quite the job.
Do most of your thinking for yourself.
And occasionally I'll share it with someone, but
Got any truths for us to share right now? You got a very small audience that can hear this.
yeah, I know.
You change a life right now.
I could.
What's a great truth you've stumbled upon?
Oh goodness. Probably this is gonna sound weird. But like if like you can grasp the fact that like life is difficult, it's not gonna be as difficult.
Guys, life isn't difficult. Life is just a nice journey for you. And enjoy it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, see,
What do you think? You think
no,
it's
I think-
difficult?
If you can understand life is difficult, then you're set.
But I feel like you make it more difficult for yourself if you're looking for difficult things.
No, it doesn't mean you're looking for difficult. It just means you're prepared when difficulties will come. You're ready for it. You're ready to overcome it. Like you're strong enough to overcome the difficulties. That's simply it. I don't think you should be out seeking difficulties. I don't think you should be trying to have yourself stumble. I think so much of the time we set ourselves up for difficulties. Like do your best, obviously, to not like have those difficulties, but sometimes they're just gonna come because that's just life. So
Bring 'em
prepare
on.
yourself. Yeah, that's exactly it. Understand life is difficult and be ready for it.
Enjoy them.
Yeah, find lessons in them.
All right, we're going to wrap this one up today. We had a good time. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did. I hope you guys are enlightened.
Enlightened. I guess that's what we're going for today. So hopefully we are enlightened. Till next time, done.